What's up, nerds? It's storytelling time. Grab your sippy cups, some graham crackers, and take a seat, because we're getting ready to learn about Doom 2099 in this installment of...
Is it worth it?
We're jumping all the way to the year 2099, where Dr. Doom just fucking materializes, like a Star Wars replicated dinner, in the ruins of Castle Doom in Latveria. And then quickly finds out that Latveria is ruled by Tiger Wilde. Wilde is spelled the best possible way. Also, I'm pretty sure Tiger Wilde is the guitarist from Manowar. Doom then confronts Tiger Wilde, but gets beat down pretty bad, thanks to Tiger Wilde's future tech, like stun phasers and moon boots. Doom retreats and finds himself some pretty chill Romani people. He also befriends a scientist. And this Romani scientist helps him make some pretty badass new future armor.
Nice.
Doom heads back to tell Tiger Wilde what's up. Tiger Wilde can't handle the new shiny armor, and then gets ousted as dictator as Dr. Doom takes over. Doom then does the most stereotypical thing you could possibly do and decides to bring the world peace by ruling over it like a dictator. It's never worked for anyone before. Didn't work for Sauron, probably won't work for Dr. Doom. Doom 2099 is a 4 energy 2 power card that reads after each turn, add a Doombot 2099 to a random location if you played exactly one card. Overall impressions of Doom 2099, it seems like a very good card, especially if you meet his requirements and do the 1 card a turn thing. Obviously, it would be bad if you didn't do that, but overall, seems pretty good. I think if you play him out on turn 4 and meet his requirements on 4, 5, and 6, it's like, I don't know, I did the math real quickly in my head just like 2 seconds ago, and I think it's 15 or 16 power. And then if you get him on turn 3, it's exponentially better. I think it's like 21, 23 power, something like that. And that's not even taking into account the fact that you can play actual Dr. Doom on turn 6, which is going to be like an additional 18 power on top of whatever you've already gotten from Doom 2099. But overall, I think this is just another one of those just good cards that's probably going to find a home in a lot of different types of decks. Yes, the decks are all going to be restrictive. You can only play 1 card a turn, but I think we're going to see a lot of different ways to meet that requirement. A lot of the decks that Doom 2099 are going to be good, and I think are going to be pretty varied, is a better way to put it. All right, on to the good and the bad of Doom 2099. The first thing here is power to cost ratio. I think this is the most power you get out of a 4-drop if you play it correctly. Maybe Galacta is better. What, Galacta on turn 4 is a 9, 12, 15. Yeah, I think Doom 2099 and Galacta are going to be pretty similar on the power level, but Doom 2099 actually just seems better because you're adding more cards to play. They all stack on top of each other. But yeah, I can't think of another 4-drop that would be better than Doom 2099, just at all, really. All right, second thing, he's hard to stop. Every single one of his Doombots have an ongoing ability. So maybe you can like Red Guardian the original Doom 2099 to stop him from making a bunch of bots. But aside from that, you ain't stopping the bots.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
And I can't think of any other ways that this card would be stopped. So if you could think of any, leave them in the comment section. And the last good thing here is it's versatile. I said this in the overall impressions. Yeah, obviously he has a deck building restriction with the 1 card thing, but that isn't too strict of a restriction other than like you can't play cards like Kitty Pryde or Kate Bishop. All right, on to the bad. This card can't be all good. If it was, that would be weird. The first bad thing is written right on the card. You can only play 1 card a turn. I don't think I need to elaborate on that too much, but playing 1 card a turn, you can get outpowered by a lot of stuff. So yes, Doom 2099 will give you like 15 to maybe even like 21 power over the course of the game if you like play Zabu or Psylocke with him. But you're only playing 1 card additionally, so there's plenty of decks that can outpower Doom 2099 thanks to the fact that you're only allowed to play 1 card. That's 2, 1. And the second thing here, he's location dependent. Since you're putting a lot of stuff out on the board, there's going to be a lot of locations that mess with you. There's also locations like the squirrel location in New York. Is it New York? No, it's Central Park. Central Park would really suck with Doom 2099. That's going to kill a lot of your power because not only is it stopping the amount of Doombots you can put on play, but it's Also going to limit the amount of extra cards you can play with Doom. And it's only one a turn, but still, when the board gets clogged like on turn 4 pretty quickly, thanks to just Grain Central and your Doom 2099, that's gonna kind of suck. And there's other locations like Isle of Silence, the Raptor location, Savage Lands. But yeah, locations I think are gonna mess with this card a lot more than you probably would think. But that's all I got for the bad parts of Doom 2099. Is gonna be awkward sometimes. Oh well, it's really good power. If you can think of any other bad things about this card, leave them in the comments section. Alright, on to a potential deck list for Doom 2099. Now, with this one, I just went with the Zabu Psylocke. We also have cards like Sunspot, because since you're only playing one card a turn, you're probably going to be floating a lot of energy, which also brings me to Magic. It's another turn to, you know, get another Doom bot, soak up some more energy. We also have Makari, gets around the one card a turn thing, so why not? Scarlet Spider, sort of the same reasoning as Makari. You are playing one card, but you essentially get 2 cards for that. Galacta to make everything better. Galacta is just a great card right now. Iron Lad is awesome here to copy Iron Man, Claw, Doctor Doom, Doom 2099, Scarlet Spider. All half the deck is like so sick with Iron Lad here. So yeah, this deck is leaning towards the let Doom 29 and Sunspot just do its thing, have more chances to see the things, and at the end of the game, you're gonna have like 3 lanes all filled up with cards like Iron Man and Claw stacking you on that power. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna give this a try. All right, on to my recommendation on whether or not you should spend your resources on Doom 2099. This is a little tricky. So as far as tokens go, I honestly think Doom 2099 is going to be one of those cards where it's like, it's never not going to be good unless they nerf it, obviously. But I'm not 100% sure if this card is like, oh my god, it's so good, they're obviously going to nerf it. So for 6k tokens, it might be worth it. But as usual, it's probably best to wait a day or two and see if Doom is nerf bait or if it's just not as good as I think it's going to be. But with tokens, in general, I think you're not going to be too upset if you grab this card for 6k tokens, really. Which is kind of a weird thing to say. I don't say that a whole lot. Now, as far as keys go, this is also really weird because you have Dakin and Meek here. I think Dakin is just not a good card. So, in my opinion, ignore the fact that Dakin is even here and make your decision based on Meek. So if you don't have Meek, I think Meek is criminally underplayed in the discard decks. People are doing like Collector and stuff instead. I don't really get it. I would rather have Meek. Maybe he's 1 or 2 less power, but you can move him around. So I don't know. I prefer Meek in the discard list, but other people don't agree with me. But anyways, my point is, if you don't have Meek and you have 4 keys to try and get Doom, I think that would be a really great decision because you're going to get Meek, you might get Dakin's a whatever card, but you're also getting Doom 2099. I think 4 keys for 2099 and Meek and whatever else you get if you don't hit early on time is a pretty good deal, I'm not going to lie. But if you have Meek and you have Dakin, spending 4 keys on Doom 2099 like almost kind of feels worse than spending 6k tokens on it. But like I said, with the tokens, I don't think you're actually going to be too upset if you spend 4 keys to get Doom and you just miss on all of them and get Doom last. I still think it's going to be kind of worth it, which I really don't say a lot, but here we are. Alright, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed story time. Doom 2099 looks like a super sick card. I'm excited for it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Later, nerds.
Can't stop. Won't stop.